There are three things you don't expect to encounter when stepping out of your shower at 7:30 a.m. On a Tuesday, your front door being torn off its hinges, a woman in a knockoff military vest yelling, "Citizens raid," and a guy in cargo shorts aiming a walkie-talkie at your toothbrush like it's a nuclear device. Yet there I was, dripping wet, a towel barely clinging to my waist, staring as a gang of retirement-age vigilantes stormed my leave-awaying room with the coordination of a preschool party spiraling out of control. They had no clue they'd just barged into an FBI live-fire training site, and I had no idea my Tuesday was about to hit the national news. It all began with Linda. Every HOA has a Linda, but ours was a cut above. Linda wasn't just the HOA president. She'd crowned herself the Grand Marshal of Neighborhood Harmony Enforcementer, so she dubbed it. In truth, it was a puffed-up neighborhood watch crew armed with fake badges, custom tees, and a DIY charter that sounded more like a script for a low-budget coup than a community pact. She called her squad the Peacekeeper Task Force, and they tackled everything from scratched mailboxes to imaginary drug rings hiding in tool sheds. A week earlier, she'd zipped down the street on her electric scooter, tossing out flyers headlined, "Safety or Anarchy, your choice." Most neighbors shrugged it off. Me? I ignored her entirely. I had bigger fish to fry, like organizing a joint agency drill scheduled for my property. What Linda didn't know because she never asked was that I'm the federal liaison for the FBI's local training DVY. My lot hosts elite tactical exercises, weapons training, and mock hostage scenarios. That warehouse in my backyard? Not a Mancavia federally funded ops hub, classified by law. Linda didn't care about facts. To her, I was the shady guy with black SUVs and too many packages. She never grasped that those constant UPS drops were tactical gear, not cartel shipments. Her suspicions festered. The tipping point came when she spied one of our trainers unloading duffel bags marked breach kits. Convi Whiten said I was running a syndicate. She rallied her posse for action. If Linda had a shred of sense or a single law class, she might have checked with someone before staging a full-on raid. Instead, she assembled her crew like they were auditioning for a suburban SWAT spoof. There was Marty, the ex-pharmacist obsessed with airsoft, Ellen, wielding an untested taser and a clipboard, and Linda herself, sporting a reflective vest with Marshall in sparkly letters, clutching a megaphone like it was a holy relic. They waited for me to step out that Tuesday. I'd popped to the gas station for a breakfast sandwich, 5 minutes tops. When I got back, my door was gone. Not a jar gone. Splinters littered the entryway, and from inside someone barked, "Secure the sofa zone." I strolled in calm as could be because I knew something they didn't. The place was wired. Hidden cameras, motion sensors, silent alarms. 3 alerts had fired off the second they crossed the line. One to me, one to my team, one to the FBI field office. Inside, Linda's crew had taken positions behind my furniture, shouting garbled radio lingo from action flicks. Marty yelled, "Target in the kitchen," while aiming at my coffee pot. Another guy gripped a broom like an assault rifle. Linda was mid-yell when I walked in, sandwich bag in hand. "What in the hell?" I began, but she cut me off. "You're under community detainment. Down now." I blinked, not from fear, but from the sheer absurdity. Before I could respond, the back door burst open, not blown up, but with the precision only trained agents deliver. 3 tactical officers stormed in, weapons ready but not raised, barking orders that froze the room. Linda dropped her megaphone. Marty yelped and dove behind a chair. Ellen lifted her clipboard like a shield. Then silence, thick, endless silence. The lead agent, Carter, lowered his gun slightly and glanced at me. "You okay, sir?" I nodded. They hit while I was grabbing breakfast. Carter turned to the crew. "This is a federal training site. You've just committed a major offense. Stay put." Linda's jaw dropped. "Federal? What federal? This is a residential area. He's got a militia." I stepped forward. "No, Linda. I run a federal operation fully cleared. You just led an illegal break-in on a live-fire site. That's felony trespassing, obstruction, maybe even terrorism, depending on the write-up." Her face went pale. Marty's walkie-talkie fizzled out as he raised his hands. Ellen slumped against my counter, out cold. The agents rounded them up, calm, professional. No cuffs yet, just a march outside for questioning. One agent eyed my shattered door and muttered, "Somebody's retirement fund is toast." Neighbors gathered, phones out, whispers buzzing. Linda, brushing off dirt, yelled about her rights. Carter gave her a flat look. Ma'am, this isn't social media. It's federal turf. You broke the law big time. As she was led to a vehicle, she hollered, "Marshal, Linda's not done." I took a bite of my sandwich and muttered, "Oh, I think you are." What started as an HOA stunt had spiraled into a federal mess with enough fallout to sink the whole neighborhood council. But that was just the start. Linda wasn't finished. She woke up in a government SUV, her sparkly Marshall vest crumpled beside her, an agent offering water. She didn't scream yet. She squinted, then grumbled about agency setups. The agent sighed. "Ma'am, you stormed a federal site with a taser and a clipboard. That's not a setup, that's a crime in sneakers." Back home, the FBI team wrapped up statements taken, perimeter locked, surveillance reset. My splintered door became the neighborhood's hot topic. People strolled by, pretending to walk pets, snapping pics. A kid offered to fix it for an FBI cap. I declined but admired the hustle. Inside, Carter and I reviewed the tapes, painful, hilarious, gripping. Linda's pre-raid speech on my lawn played like a war movie parody. "We strike fast and fierce," she'd bellowed, pointing at my house like she was leading a charge, not 3 retirees and a stray cat. Carter chuckled. "I've seen bad breaches, but that? It's like a dance crew hitting a paintball range." I grinned, already planning ahead. This wasn't just a trespass, it had tripped high-level alerts. My property was a designated federal zone, with contracts, risk plans, restricted access. Linda's break-in had pinged 3 agencies. If I hadn't shown up, armed backup might have rolled in. She got lucky, luck that wouldn't last. Later, Linda hit the local federal office for processing, not arrested, just detained for reviewing. She demanded to see the Homeland Security Chief, while viewing HOA complaints as EVY Denke. The agent's battle-hardened pros brushed her off. She accused one of conspiracy over his tattoo. Her crew spilled their guts in interviews. Ellen thought it was a tour. Marty figured it was a drill, eager to try YouTube breach moves. Then came Ted the Quiet One, a retired ATF agent who joined for kicks. Ted flipped. He said Linda had schemed for a week's secret meetings, Dr. Bylaws, backyard hand signal drills. She conviewed said that my place was a crime hub, claiming the HOA could intervene if cops wouldn't. Ted, sensing madness, had called the feds mid-rate, speeding up the response. Linda denied it all, calling Ted a Molson to ruin her peace force. She didn't get it. She'd illegally hit a classified site, risked lives, disrupted ops, and showed zero remorse. The next day, the FBI issued a statement confirming the breach, praising an unnamed citizen, Ted, for quick action. They didn't name Linda, but the neighborhood knew. By noon, the HOA chat had a poll. Disband the task force? All yes, but one likely Linda's burner account. Peace Marshal 22. The board held an emergency meeting. Linda crashed it, demanding reinstatement, flashing a new laminated badge. Chief Safety Officer. They weren't amused. A member warned of legal blowback. Linda scoffed while viewing a fake email from Agent Smith, Homeland Security. I watched her storm out, ranting about deep state plots. It'd be funny if it weren't so wild, but Linda was humiliated, and that made her dangerous. Carter warned me before leaving. "Keep the cameras on. She's not done." I nodded. My place wasn't just security, it was a trap, layered with surveillance to catch everything. Linda had walked into it, not out of cunning, but sheer ignorance. She thought she was a hero. She'd really just picked a fight with the wrong house.